Once again, Peter Mburu, the director of Darugo Academy and Majahi Greens. Today we are very lucky that we've been hosting one of our schools around, that is Lamad Academy. They brought in their children, and we're happy that we've gone through most of our activities in the place, and the children have actually enjoyed. One thing I can observe is that our children across the board, we have noticed that children are really learning, and we want to encourage all others in our neighborhood and beyond to come and see what we are doing in regard to preparing children alongside the CBC curriculum. Children have been able to go through seeing our animals and feeding them. They have been able to see propagations of various crops, seeds, and cutting spreads and all that kind of thing. Children have also seen activities like shading, or once they have planted their seedlings. We've also seen how we apply mulching. Children have also seen how you filter water, how you decant water, and how eventually you do other activities like making manures. We have demonstrated nicely to them how you make compost manure. We have also shown them how you make manure using worms, the worms that eat kitchen waste, which, like we have agreed with them, and they have also confirmed that wherever they see waste thrown all over, it stinks and becomes very unsightly, and they have actually seen how well this can be converted into a very useful manure. We've also shown them how the effects of wash, lotion, and all kind of things, and many other things that the children have actually enjoyed. They have seen how the birds inside our compound live, how they make their nests, including the places that the sparrows have made their own nests, which is usually made using bits of marram and some small stones for the saliva of the birds. And it's very interesting. I was quite happy to see that the children were very, very excited, and I want to believe they learned a lot. Alongside that, to conceal the entire thing, they have also seen how we make biogas using cow dung. They have actually seen how it works and have really enjoyed. I want to encourage the rest of us in the village, the rest of us in the estates, to bring their children forward in a group of schools, so that we can also expose them to these good learning activities, which are actually captured in all the books that have been published for teaching CBC, grade 3 going on. And I think we have everything for everyone. Thank you very much, and we welcome you to come. And you can easily reach us on 0723 764 334. Alternatively, you can also call our 0733 723500, and we shall slot you into our very tight programs, so that your learners can also benefit from this great activity. And it's good to also say that it's a big requirement that children are exposed to all this learning. It's unlike when we were having 844, where we sat in class and we thought that our children learned. So this time round, we are really happy that CBC is making children very, very courageous. They are developing into very good future learners and future readers, and we must see a difference very, very soon. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, Molim. I want you to put this one here, so that I can get some clear voice. Let me help you. That's okay. Then we will hold this one.
I don't need to do anything. So we have talked about ground cover, and we finished about ground cover, okay?
Yes.
Here I am showing you about a plant that cannot support itself. It has to be supported. Can you see? Yes. So this stick here is fixed there so that this plant has something to hold on. Isn't it? Yes. So you shall see some of this as you go on. Let's move that side. Question, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
About the plant.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you tell them those extensions that are
Yes,
climbing on
I wanted to get there. Okay. I'll show you one that we can even plant, in a plaque. Yes, I know tendrils.
How do we call it?
These are called tendrils. Tendrils.
Yes.
But what I want, I want us to get to one plant where every one of us will be able to pluck one and spread it so that they can see exactly what happens. But you can see this one, for it to be supported the way it's supported now, okay? You can see it is like his own fingers, holding nicely like this. Can you see it's holding like this? Can you see?
The fingers are
Can you see?
tendrils.
These are called tendrils. But everyone will get one so that you can pull. Higher, we are moving, okay? Right here, we have still another plant that grows in the wild. This one is not a fruit tree. But you see, it also needs to be supported. So you can see we have supported it where? There, okay? Yes. It is supported so that it doesn't fall. Because normally when it is growing, it is weak. It cannot stand by itself, okay? The same with the sugarcane. Can you see sugarcane? It's the same, eh? This one, we shall have a party very soon. I think we can invite you. We shall have a party for eating sugarcane. Shall you come?
Yes.
Let's move on. Let's move that way. Yeah, moving that way. Moving. Now, some of the crops that we plant, this is one of them that we call pepper. We call it?
Pepper.
Piri piri. And this one is very, very curly. It's very bitter. So, this one you don't play with, eh?
Yes.
If it gets into your eyes, then you shall have a lot of problem of scratching, okay?
Yes.
Problem of scratching. Can you take care of this? Take care, we don't cut it, eh? Okay? So, this has been planted for you to see. Now, in your books, in your what? Books. And I hope the teacher will note this. There are some animals that bother farmers, like rodents, rats, and such animals. So farmers sometimes will take this pepper, grind it, and use it to scare those animals. Yes, small wild animals like rabbits. It's covered in your books, isn't it? You take this and crush it, and then the rodents will not feed on your particular crop, okay? In actual fact, out here, we have another one which we call euphorbia. It's also identified as one of the plants where you can use its product for crushing and scaring these animals. You understand?
Yes.
Yes. So this one has many purposes. Of course, people eat it. It's very nice when you eat, but is that as old people eat this? But mainly we have it for the purpose of doing what? The purpose of scaring animals. I have some other one. Somebody came and cut it, and I wasn't happy. Let's move on. Higher. Here, you can see this plant which you have planted. Eh? This plant, we use it like what we call a hedge. We call it what? You can see our compound is surrounded by stones, isn't it? A stone wall, which we call perimeter wall, okay?
Yes.
If it were not for too many problems of security, we would plant this all around the compound, okay?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It is called a hedge. It is called a what? Hedge. And some of it has very sharp thorns, so don't play around with it. Eh? But you can see this one is green. Is this what? Green. And that one is not fully green, okay?
Yes.
But they are the same they use the green coloring matter to make what? What do they make? Food, isn't it? Grade 4. You know that, isn't it? Yes, you know that plants will make food using what? The sun and what else? Okay? Through the leaves, they make their own food, and they also emit oxygen, which we need, isn't it? So you also need to plant a lot of what? Plants in your compound. Let's go around. You can pass. Can we pass here? Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. We go, 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 we go. When we plant our trees, we need to protect them. We do what? Protect them. You don't plant a tree and leave it for wild, for goats and such things to come and eat. If you look at this plant here, which is a palm tree, this is a palm tree. Is it what? Palm tree. If you look at it, it has, see, these kind of leaves. It's called a palm tree. So goats like it. They do what? So I've made sure that I put this cover to prevent it from being damaged. By what? By the goats, okay? So you shall see somewhere in your books that you're supposed to protect the plants that you have, the trees that you have planted, okay? Higher, let's move on. Yeah, moving. Moving. Higher. You shall see plants that grow in areas where there is a bit dry. It's all in your books, okay? Some of those are called cactus trees. They are called what? Cactus trees. And here we are. This is cactus. Teachers? Teacher? This is cactus? Yes. This is? Have the children seen cactus before? Have you seen cactus? Yes. All your books has cactus somewhere. Yes. You see, it looks like the picture of a human being with the parts, a head, shoulders. Huh? Can you see? Yes. So this one is supposed to be planted, but we had left it for this purpose. And there are very many types of cactus trees that they grow in the dry areas. Higher. If you look here, can they all see? There's also cactus here with very sharp what? Thorns. Can you see? Yes. Members of staff, you can see. Very sharp. I don't want to cut it, but very, very sharp. Why do you think they have thorns? Who knows?
To protect itself.
Yes, exactly. To protect itself from by yes, animals, because animals eat plants. Those animals that eat plants, we call them herbivores. So herbivores eat plants. So, and this because it's growing in an arid area, it needs protection. So God has made it in a manner that it has thorns which protect it from being eaten. You get it? Protect it from being eaten. My pepper. Now we are going on, yes?
Rate of loss of water because they don't have leaves.
Yes.
So it minimizes loss of water because they do well in deserts.
Yes, exactly. In fact, these ones I've gotten from Kitengela. This one I got them from Kitengela, all this. And this one I got it the other day from Roiro. This one I actually brought it on Sunday for you to come and see, okay? The one that is outside the gate. The one that is tall. It's also it is actually a form of euphorbia. It is euphorbia. That is not cactus. It is euphorbia. And let me tell you, it has very dangerous stuff. Huh? If you cut it, that milk you see that comes out here, if it gets in your eyes, you'll be in trouble. It happened to me and Gitonga one time when we were trimming the fence. It's very dangerous. So also children, please know that you don't play around with any plants that you crush it and put in your eyes, because they can produce a very bad disease. Now here we have another one. This one I'll even allow you to cut. Cut a leaf. Cut a leaf. Because this one, we have a lot of leaves here, so I don't have a problem with you cutting. This plant here is very good. It makes perfumes. It makes what? Perfumes. This one, it makes perfume. Just get a leaf, and maybe you can just crush like this, and it's very nice. It makes very good perfume, okay? Right, let's work on. Teacher, with a pine tree. Pine, eh? Yes, the pine tree. It's a family of the coniferous plants. We are going. So here, I want the, can you more or less make a circle? Make a circle. What are you seeing on the ground? Exactly. These are weeds. Yes. That is what I wanted you to see. To see. Weeds have flowers, okay? Yes. Flowers make the food for some insects. Can you see the insects? Yes. They are eating what? Yes. Their food is from these flowers, okay? You can see a lot of them, eh? Okay? So I have left them here and attended so that learners like you can see that insects, okay, feed on this. I think teachers, there's somewhere that you come across that in your books, eh? Okay? Pests, okay? So these insects sometimes can be dangerous to the crops that we are growing another place. So here, instead of them eating my cabbages, they are eating what? Okay? They are eating flowers. So I have them. There are many. That's why I've left all this place like that. Okay? Yes. So this is my insect. Eh? Yeah? You see I have very many insects? Yes. A lot of them are wasps. Okay? A lot of them are butterflies. Okay? Some of them are the ones you call aphids, and they're also captured in your books, okay? Isn't it? Right, let's move. Slowly. Here you can see a plant that cannot support itself, just like the one we are seeing there. And the teacher, this is where we see tendrils proper. Can you see tendrils proper? Here. These fingers that the plant makes, it's intended for holding itself somewhere so that it can what? You see, it coils. It coils itself because it wants to hold on something. Can you stretch it? Stretch it and see. Yeah, we don't cut very many, but I want you to see how it goes. You can see like now this one. Let me tell you the difference. You see, this is just new. It has just grown, okay? This one, eh? But immediately it gets to some place like this, it starts doing what? Coiling itself, okay? It starts doing what? Coiling. So you can spread it out and see how it does what? These are the fingers of this particular tree because it is not able to walk. Eh? It is supposed to coil somewhere so that it can hold like that, isn't it? You have seen that? Yes. So each one of us now has known. Eh? So these are what you call tendrils, and they are there in your books. Okay? You can see what it is doing. It is coiling itself. Okay? What do you call this plant? What do you call it? Yeah? This is passion fruit. This is what? Yes, the only thing is that its type is not giving me a flower. I am hoping that it will give me a flower very soon. This is passion fruit, okay? I think we can move slowly. Let's move.
Leaves.
And what are there? What is there in the leaves? What is there in the leaves? What is there? What do you see in the leaves? Yeah? It's not what? Okay, teachers. These are pests. They are what?
Pests.
They are pests. If you look very closely, you can see some of them are alive. Eh?
Yes.
Okay? Yeah, but I don't want to go into that level because these are actually thrips. You know thrips? Do you know thrips?
Guy, what?
Let me tell you what has happened. You see, I'm sneezing.
Yes.
You know why? Because these three thrips or any other thing, when it's trying to get into your system, in your breathing system, what happens? Your body refuses, tells it you can't go in. So it's sneezes, isn't it? And then when you're sneezing, you are supposed to cover your, isn't it? Yeah. So this is an example of pests that are feeding on this particular plant. Okay. Yeah, good. Oh, this one is a bright one. Okay, bright girl. Is that a girl or a boy?
Boy.
Now, look here. What are you seeing? What are you seeing?
Pest.
No, it's not a pest.
Ladybug.
Exactly, ladybird. Ladybird, eh? This is a bright guy. Ladybirds. What are they feeding on? They're feeding on? I've just told you that this what looks like black. These are very small animals. They are very small. So those small animals, these ladybirds are eating those small animals. Okay? So you see all here we have insects. Okay? Oh, it's already gone. Plants that do not support themselves. They cannot grow upright like trees. Have we not seen? We have another type here, which we call creepers. We call them what? They creep along the ground. Okay? They are what? They are creepers. So, all of you will possibly see. Let me pull it. You see this one, eh? You see, and you see it has a flower, isn't it? Yes. This one is the family of melons, okay? The family of melons, eh? Okay? Clippers, okay? This one actually is the family of sweet melon, but this is not the sweet one, okay? This, we have planted it there for you to see a creeper. You see what? This family of creepers are many. Sweet potato is also one of them, okay? All right? But this particular one also developed ted leaves. It also does what? They develop ted leaves. So if it finds somewhere, it still can climb. Okay? But basically, this is a creeper. Okay? All right? Are you happy? You've seen a creeper? Yes. And it's a family of watermelon. I'm also, pumpkin is also there. I've also seen, I think Nani is also there. Strawberry is also there. Strawberry is also in that family. Okay? And when it comes to planting them, planting more and more and more, we can talk about cuttings when you want to grow. Okay? To plant, we call it travelers. Okay? But it's very beautiful. Can you see it's very beautiful? This is very beautiful. We planted. It's planted there just for beauty. For what? For beauty, isn't it? Yes. And then, just like I had said earlier, about a hedge, isn't it? Yes. You can see we are planting bamboo here to make a nice hedge so that when you are in the swimming pool, you are not seeing people inside there, isn't it? Who's that? This one is actually oh, there's an insect there. Let me see.
Don't touch it with
Let me see. Oh, that one is called a stink bug. It's called a what?
stink bug.
It's a family of beetles. It's a family of beetles. It's a family of beetles. It's called a stink bug. Look at it properly, you see. It is a family of beetle, okay?
Yes.
It's a very hard wings. The wings are very hard, but it still spreads out. That stink bug is a pest. Is that what?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of macadamia? If you go to a macadamia plantation, those are very many, and they are very dangerous. They eat and eat macadamia, okay? Yes, but here, I don't know what it is eating here. I've actually never seen it. You know macadamia? The gardenia, the ones that, when they are in the field, when they are growing, it comes and it draws a hole inside there, it spits there, and then they go bad, okay? We want to learn something here. There are very many things I want you to learn here. Grade 4,
Yes.
are you there?
Yes.
Now, this tree, your book tells you that when you plant a tree, you take care of it, isn't it? Let me tell you, the tree is also already taking care of itself.
What?
You know, it's a cold season now.
Yes.
So you are wearing clothes, isn't it? Then the tree is having a very tough bark. B-A-R-K. Very tough what?
Bark.
B-A-R-K. This one you cannot even damage it easily because it is, can you see it has very nice cover? Yeah, isn't it? It is this for protection. It is what, doing what?
Excuse me. This one.
Normally, when a tree has been injured, okay? When a tree has been injured, the water inside, which we call a sap, we call it sap, okay? Tries to get out. It's just like when you are cut, the blood comes out, isn't it? So when it's getting out there, that's why it forms this kind of a thing. Yeah? It is like glue. It's like what? Glue. That's something for beauty. That's just for beautifying, okay? Then the other thing I wanted to see is that this plant, this tree, drops a lot of leaf in this kind of weather. In this kind of, the leaves do what? They come out. Later, you shall be told by teachers why that happens, okay? All right? Yes. This tree, every time in the morning when we come, are we all together? Listen, because we talked about the weather, when the weather is like this, cold and hot, cold and hot, cold and hot, this tree releases all the leaves. The leaves drop down. They all drop down. Then, when the rains come, it grows new what? Leaves, okay? Yes, it grows new leaves.
B-A-R-K.
In your books, in your what?
Books.
There's somewhere where a picture of a water tap and sink are drawn. Isn't it?
Yes.
Water tap and sink. Where you come and wash your hands. Isn't it?
Yes.
It's there. Which is it grade 4? It is there. There is a picture of a water tap, okay? So you can see one. Yes, this is a water tap, okay? For washing hands. When you have done all these things, you go wash your hands, isn't it? All right. Then there's,
A banana tree.
who has never seen? Who has never seen? I want to know who has never seen.
Why are those people making noise?
Who has never seen a banana tree? Okay? So all of us have ever seen.
Yes.
Yes. Now, if you look down there, it has babies. It has what? What do you call the babies of a banana tree? What do you call the babies of a banana tree? What do you call them? We call them suckers. You call them what? Yes, we call them suckers. So you can see it has small babies there, and those babies are called suckers. Normally, when you want to plant another place, you come and take the what? The sucker. You cut it nicely, you remove it. It has some roots, and then you go and plant somewhere else. Okay? Yeah. Do you know how now to plant a banana? Yes, I know at some point we shall start talking about how you propagate. Grade 4, isn't it? Grade 4, we shall talk about propagation. So here, grade 4, listen, grade 4. Are you listening? For banana plant, to plant another place, or to spread it to another place, you come and cut the what? You come and cut the sucker, okay? You come and cut the sucker. I want to cut it in a manner that you can see what I'm saying. I'm saying the banana tree does not produce seeds that can germinate. So if you look here at the center, I think the stuff can actually, you can see very tiny little things.
Yes.
Very tiny black spots at the center. Can you see?
Yes.
The very black ones.
Yes.
Those are the seeds of a banana. Can you see all of you? Okay? Yeah, so this one, I don't know whether if you put them in the laboratory they can germinate, I don't know. But for my experience is that they don't germinate. So this is a fruit, banana fruit, okay? Which again we eat when it's green. It's for beauty. It's for what? For beauty. It produces so many flowers, okay? Yes. Just no, it's not poisonous. This one is not poisonous. No. Well, what is not poisonous is not necessarily what we can eat. Isn't it? Yes. Yes. So we are moving slowly. Let me now come. Eh? Pardon? This is the one I'm saying. This is just a plant that is here for ornamental purposes. It's for beauty. It's for beauty. This one is for beauty. This one is for beauty. For beauty. This one is for beauty. For beauty. Just for beauty. For beauty. Okay, that's enough. That is enough. It's just for beauty. It's just for beauty. It's not. But you don't eat. Don't eat. It's not a fruit that we eat. Okay? Higher. Here we. What are you seeing? What is that you are seeing? What are you seeing? This is the house of one of our friendly birds here, which is called a sparrow. A what? Sparrow. It's called a what? A sparrow. A sparrow is a bird that you see normally in the morning that flies opening the beak like this. It goes with the beak open like this. Okay? I think you have seen it, teachers. I think you can show the children in the morning. I don't know whether around your place is there. This bird, which is called a sparrow, we have two friends. They come and stay here with us. You can see. Okay? Yes. We have been trying to baptize them, to give them names, but they have not agreed to come forward. We baptize them in the pool. Eh? So they live where? Yeah, they come in the evening. After the whole day, they come, and then they stay there overnight, and then in the morning they leave. And when they leave, they go opening. So if you that is flying comes and entering the what? The mouth. You understand? So you, a teacher, you are supposed to also go digital, try to investigate some of these through the internet. Eh? You can check the life over. Okay. That is a good skin which we have made into a chair. Okay. Life animals, isn't it? You know, both in grade 3 and grade 4, your book requires that you see what? So what are we seeing here? Yes, exactly. We are seeing sheep. We are seeing what? Sheep. Okay. How do they look like? Eh? How can you describe it? What are you seeing? Eh? Yes. Sheep are animals that they say they are very meek. They are what? Meek. Eh? They are very meek. I think the teachers can check what that exactly means. But they are very calm animals, okay? They don't have a lot of issues, okay? And there is somewhere that somebody was asking a joke that one sheep jumped over the fence, and there were like 6. And then the answer was that all of them did what? Because when one jumps, even here, if we open this gate here, one of them goes this direction, all of them, none of them will be left here confused. They all go the same. So do you want to feed them?
Yes.
Okay, you can give them, one of you can give them just 1 or 2 leaves, and you see whether they can eat. But they will not eat. Now, you know they are now fearing you. But you see, no, they are coming. They are coming. You can see, eh? Are they coming to eat? Yes. Yes. They are coming. Okay, now leave it. Leave it. I think stop where you are.
Stop where you are.
Number 1. You see all these roofs, iron sheets and all that. This is what we call scrap metal. We call it scrap. This is what? We have kept it there for you to see what scrap is. Okay?
Yes.
And these days we have people that are doing a lot of damage to our environment. Okay? Because they are going around stealing what? The scrap. Okay? You find somebody's gate, which is a bit loose, and somebody comes and takes it. It's a very bad habit, isn't it? Yes. Here I have one animal that oh, slowly. It's learn away. Hey, slowly. Let me get it out. You can put this inside. Okay, let me get it out. Okay, slowly. Don't push, please. Don't push. These are sharp. Do not push. Do not push. Excuse me. No, don't push. In fact, it's really growing, eh? Okay. All right. Okay, you've all seen, eh? Yes. Okay, now let me. No, I have. Oh, okay. I think I need to bring many more. So, how many of us have rabbits at home? How many? Let me tell you. You have, eh? Let me tell you. When you are in school, when you are what? In school. You always supposed to have a rabbit at home, because the rabbit makes you get a lot of time to look for food for it, isn't it? And because you know when you are growing, you should avoid just staying there without being something, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, we walk slowly. Okay, here we are. Okay. Can you all come out this way? Come out.
This one is for what?
No, I want to talk about it now. Now I want you to stand there. Then we talk about now I want to talk. All right?
Yes.
What we have here in grade 4, okay?
Yes.
You are supposed to know how you plant various plants and trees, okay?
Yes.
And we have here examples of those plants that you can plant using the seeds, okay? For example, this plant is called the white sapote. If you look on my left, there's a very big tree there. Okay? This seedling, this is a seedling. This is a what?
Seedling.
This is an example of the method of propagating. Method of what?
Propagating.
The method of growing a tree by planting a seed. You plant a what? A seed. You plant the seed. And how do you plant the seed? Number one, you take the fruit. You take the what? When you take that fruit, the seed that is inside, you dry it. You do what? It dries naturally in the sun, okay? And then you put it in the soil like this. You cover it and it grows. It gives you a root and it gives you the plant up here, okay? So this one is a seedling. I don't. What is this? This is a wasp. Is a what? Wasp. This one is dead. This one is dead. This is dead. This is a wasp. So if you look here, you shall see many types. Many types. We have aloe vera. We have what? Aloe vera. We have Mexican. No, I can get it. Give me that stick. Thank you. This is a pointer. This one is Mexican marigold. Mexican marigold plus the other one I showed you out there, which is pepper. You can cut a few leaves here, crush them, and they will help you scaring rodents that are coming to eat your crops. All right?
And this one?
Oh, we are just hold, we are getting there. Now, if you look at this one here, you see the one that is dying here, I have not known exactly why it's dying. That plant is a poisonous plant, okay? What do you call it? Who knows what you call this one?
Soda maple.
Exactly. No, this is not soda maple. What do you call it? No, that's not soda maple. Thorn apple, no. That's not thorn apple. This one is very poisonous. The garlic onion. Yes, the one at the very end there is garlic. No. Yes, yeah. That one again, you use it to scare animals, rodents, okay? Okay? Yes. Okay? And those are just papers for you. So then you have, of course, you have what? What else do you have? This plant here, that one here, is called a balloon plant.
Balloon plant.
That plant there, its seeds are dispersed by the wind. Yes, seed dispersal. They are dispersed by the wind. And all these children have somewhere like that in their books. How? I think so. Is it grade 4? Yes. Okay? Dispersal. So it's only that now what has happened is that it has already the seeds must be somewhere growing now, germinating. But there are very many here because one of them is dying. Don't touch this, please. Don't touch that. I'm trying to remember the name of this weed. Here, this is very interesting because what is that you put in rice when you are cooking? The ones that look like roots. Those garlics. The garlics that look like roots. They're called what? Huh? I'll get you the name. Higher. Of course, then coming this way, okay, some of these are water weeds. Here we have grass that we call Kikuyu grass, okay? This one, I've brought it here so that you can see how you propagate using sprigs. Using sprigs. you can spread and plant, okay? Teachers, this one you spread and plant, okay? You spread and plant. All these are types of onions, these ones. And we are coming this way, coming that way. Those papers, just leave them. Coming. I have a flower, a flower that's called daffodil. This one, you can see it. It's also one identified as you can also mix and scare pests. We are going. When we are talking about the texture of the soil texture, here I have several types of soils. This one is red room, this one. This is red room soil, this one. I don't know whether these students are actually attentive. This one, I bought it from Muranga. I brought this from Muranga. If you people know, as you go to Mukureni there's a place we call Rutune. This is the red soil that I've gotten from there. Okay? And we are going. When we are talking about propagation, I have this one I've specifically planted so that children can see what it means. And I'm going to uproot. When? Look at this. When you cut a piece of the plants which are propagated using cuttings, this is what happens. Can you see?
Yes.
You cut it and put it in the soil, and after some time, root starts growing. Can you see the roots growing?
Yes.
And at the same time, a shoot also starts growing. So I wanted you to see this. Are they all seeing? Can you all see this? Can you all see? Are we all seeing? The roots are coming down and the shoot is going up. Can you see that? Use that word. Let me say the good conditions for growing. What happens is that now roots start coming down. Can you see the roots coming down?
Yes.
There is a main root and there are small roots here. These small roots are the ones we call feeder roots, okay?
Yes.
And then you can see up there the shoot is coming. So within a short time, it's going to be a very big shoot. And then we are going to have what you call this is what? This is cassava. Is this cassava?
Yes.
So later these same roots are the ones that are going to grow cassava itself. Do you hear and understand?
Yes.
Yes. So this one I've kept it specifically. So charcoal. Okay?
Yes.
How do you make charcoal?
From trees.
Is this so? I think that is not correct. How do you make charcoal? Take care, because behind you there are thorns. How do you make charcoal? You don't burn trees. What you do, you burn wood. You burn what?
Wood.
Yes, wood. So you guys,
We cannot burn all the trees.
not all the trees, even a tree you can't burn. What you do when you are making charcoal, first you cut the tree, isn't it? Cut it into pieces of wood. Then you prepare them in a manner that you burn them, and then you get charcoal, okay? We shall be using this charcoal somewhere else, isn't it? Right. Then there's something else I can remember you need to know. This one is clay. Is what? This is the one that makes pots. You know the earthen pots and the pots that we use for cooking? This is that clay. It's the way they do it and then they make. This is actually that clay that makes pots. Yes. You're right? Yes. It's not nini. It's just nini. I think I don't mind. I have a lot of it. You can feel it. And you can see even when they are supposed to learn about texture, there's this what they can learn about this nini. Take care of my rope. Okay? Right. That one we can return it there. So that is the texture. Of course, clay, there are very many Like now, what is this? The one you can easily, this black cotton soil, which is clay, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Clay, there are very many types. We have, the books is telling us you have very many types of soil, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. One of it is black cotton soil, which holds water. Can you see it's holding water? Yes, it is holding water. This one is holding water. This one you cannot use it for making pots. It's the only the one they are making pots in school, but soon they break, isn't it? Yes, they soon break. But the one I'm showing you there is the one they use to make pots. Nyungu, okay? That one where I've gotten it from is the one that they use for make potting. In fact, even here, why I brought it in, I can still show you what we made with it. It's there. We mix it with cement and it has already made a pot, okay?
Yes.
Right.
And what about this one?
It's because I also found it very strange when I first went there. There's a place in Muranga. Who comes from Muranga? Muranga. You don't come from Muranga. Muranga. Oh, this Mheshimiwa, this Mheshimiwa Bendawa. He comes from, is it Getaru? Keharu. Comes from Keharu. It's called, and that area is called Rotune. In Kikuyu, this is red and something red. We call it something, whatever. So that is what we need. Okay? Yes. So, right, we move on. Here we have, they are here, but this one I'm not going to cut. Also, it's for the purpose of when propagating, we propagate using cuttings, okay? And don't forget, we say that that's the learners. Now, can you all come this side so that very, 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 very poisonous? Yes, yeah, the one that's dying is Datura. Datura is poisonous. Now, here we are. Here we are. Number one. Still remember we are talking about propagation, eh? Talking about propagation. And propagate is to grow, isn't it?
Yes.
From a tree like this, a tree like that, we have said some trees you propagate through seeds. Others, you propagate through cuttings. You've already seen the cassava, isn't it? Then others, you propagate using bulbs, like onions, which we have seen there, okay? Then others, you propagate using sprigs. We call them sprigs, okay? And those that are like that, suckers and sprigs, you can say, for example, arrowroots, eh? And of course, here I have an example. This is arrow roots. Yes, arrowroot. So if we dig inside, we shall see that it has got a bulb inside it. Hey, serious hapa. My things are drying. Okay? Now, so this is all for the purposes of propagation, okay? Yeah?
You have yams.
Here.
What is the difference between arrowroot and
There's a big difference. Yes, because number one, I would just say that yams are perennial. They're actually perennial. They are perennial. And you see again, a yam does not, a yam has tubers. Okay? Okay? And this is like, I don't know whether this is exactly the group of a bulb. It's also a tuber, but this is just an annual plant. You know, you just cut it. The yam, you know, has a long, it is the family of yams, and it's a weed dispersed. You can see it is actually dying here. This is really, really dispersed, and unfortunately, it's like it's wet. It's already wet, but these are weed. These are seeds. You see, they are dispersed by weed. Eh? Then we have, remember, you have been taught about plants that do not give a flower, isn't it? What do you call them? Non-flowering plants. Non-flowering plants. And we have several examples here. We have this. These are called ferns. Eh? They don't produce any flower. They don't produce any flower. So I have several types here that do not produce flower. Then of course here, dry places. I have just cut this from Kitengela. I brought it for you to see. What do I want you to see here? It has very few leaves. I think the teacher mentioned something. So the thorns here are also part of the green part of the plant. It has very sharp thorns. This is a family of which tree you call acacia. This is a family of acacia plant, the acacia tree, okay? This acacia grows like that in that place, okay? And when it grows, it also grows this kind of small pots. Can you see it's like it has small pots? What happens here, I don't know whether the members of staff know it, is that it inhabits, it does what? Small ants that are black. You know it? Do you know that? You know it? Can you see it as a hole? Can you see a hole there?
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Can you see a small hole?
Yes.
Small hole?
Yes.
What happens is that when this plant is growing out there, and you can see it has its own fruits. Can you see the fruits?
Yes.
That's shaped like letter C, isn't it?
Yes.
Those are fruits, okay? So this particular plant protects its seeds like that. And what it does is it produces this small pot, and inside this pot there is some food. It's what?
Some food.
That food is for those black ants. You saw black ants somewhere on the tree near the gate?
Yes.
So they get in here, and they are there eating, and they become very many. So when that animal comes around, they come and start running all over his mouth, and then, you know, it is so disturbed that it doesn't continue eating the plant. It is adoption. It's adopting to the environment. Okay? Yes. Are you happy now? What a furnace. A what? Furnace. They burn and they become this kind of, and then we use them for building, isn't it? Yes. For homes. Yes. That is a family of euphorbia.
And this is sugar.
No, that is daffodil. That's a flower that you call daffodil. Let's concentrate. In your books, in your what? There's somewhere there's a person who has something holding in his hand. And he's cutting some leaves. Cutting what?
Some leaves.
What he's cutting is like this, what I've just cut here. This one I've cut it from here. From where? When you cut from a tree branches like this, knowing what you are doing for some purpose, what do you call it?
Pruning.
Good, pruning. This was pruning, okay? So you know I came and pruned this tree. Shears. We don't use shears, we use secateurs. Yes. Secateurs. Okay? For pruning, okay? Again, if the branch is big like this one, you can still use a panga or a saw. To do what? To prune. Because the secateurs is for pruning. Pruning what? This is for pruning, okay? And when we prune in order to manage. To do what? The plant, okay? We prune to do what? To manage because sometimes the branches are too many, you want to reduce them, isn't it? Yes, do you understand? We are doing what? We are pruning using secateurs. We also prune, orange plants are also pruned, okay? We also prune citrus, something like lemon. We plant, you know, we plant in order to make a lot of air go inside there. You can remove old branches and so on, okay? Now here, there is something I want to show you here. And I don't want you to, don't take any, just let me, you looking here?
Yes.
When you came, when you did what? When you came here, first we went outside there. And I showed you where water has been passing. It has made some kind of a, we call it a gully. Small valleys, they are called gullies, okay? When erosion is happening, okay? When erosion is what?
Happening.
That water carries small stones like this, okay?
Yes.
As the small stones are rolling down, they scrap the ground. They do what? They scrap the what? The ground. When they scrap the ground, then the soil becomes loose and is taken further down by the water. Okay? So these are examples of the stones that water uses, okay? Yes. How do you know it has been used by the water? Because it's very smooth, okay? And again, it is hard, so it's very difficult to eat it completely, okay? Can you see this stone? This stone? You know what this is? What is it?
Water.
What is this?
No.
No, it's not for that. It's not for scrubbing the feet. No? No?
It is not.
Yes. Anyway, let me tell you what it is. Up there, there's a place, and I think this class, if I'm not wrong, grade 4 may have seen the landscapes which we call the Rift Valley, isn't it? Have they? I think it's there, or grade 5. So this is one stone that is collected from those. It's a volcanic stone, okay? Yes. It's called Pupils. It's called? Yes. It is the same one, but you see, initially, you know, you are making an economic purpose from it, but basically that was what, it was not intended for that. It was not intended for that. It's just like another stone that I'm having here. Things. You know, this one. You can cut vegetables with this. It's very sharp. Can you see it's very sharp? Yes. So it's just a stone that can be used by people for other purposes, but basically it was not meant for that. Okay? Right. I can keep one. When you are making manure, there's a type that we call compost manure. I don't know, have we taken too long? What time is it? Leaves, okay? We use dry leaves, we use green leaves, you use ash, and then we made that manure. Can you see it? That's number one. Number two, here. Are we all there? Here we are using, in fact, I want you to stand where you are because I will demonstrate from far. Here, can you all be attentive? We are using worms. We are using what? Worms. To make manure. Okay? To make what?
Can I touch?
Now, this one here, stuff. We are all the leaves we get from these plants. We put it here. No, I'll show you many more. Don't get worried here. Don't get worried. We put it here, and we make what? Manure. We make manure. So here we've already two types. One of them is compost manure, which you have seen. And this is manure we are making from all the dry leaves, okay? Yes. Using earthworms. We use what? Earthworms. To make that manure, okay? We make that manure, yes. Okay? Yes. The worms with them, and they make nini. Haya. We make manure for. The manure we are making is for
Last Saturday of the month.
the governor of Kiambu County called Kimani Wamatangi has said that we come out of our houses. Come out of what?
Our houses.
And clean the environment. We remove all that dirt in Witerie, Kivute, Jujan, and everywhere else. You know why? Because we need a clean environment. Here you can see something. Can you see something here?
Yes.
Can you all see here? Teachers, you can see this? Do you know what this is?
No.
And children, don't touch it. You know what this is? This one is polythene papers. Okay? Is ladies' hair. Ladies' what? Hair. Can you see it? I think the ladies, you can see that. Can you? Yes. The ones that you put in your head, the piece. Do you call it? They call it the piece, eh? What has happened here? Eh? What has happened here? The waste that we are putting in the village, the goats come and eat it. The goats come and do what?
Eat it.
So the other day we slaughtered a goat here, and this is what we remove from its stomach. This is what we remove from
Its stomach.
And you, because you are good learners in grade 3 and 4, if we continue throwing waste the way we are doing it in our compounds, one day all our goats and cows, we shall be having what? This in the stomach. Can you see?
Yes.
Is it not bad? It is very bad. So when you see, okay, our environment becomes very bad, dirty, smelly, and all that, okay? You understand? So, what we do here at Manjahi, all the kitchen waste, we feed this to the worms. We feed it to the worms. This is the kitchen waste. Is this ugali? This is ugali. Somebody did not finish ugali. This is pineapples, peelings, okay? And you see it's smelling. 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 Yeah, it's smelling. 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 This is kitchen waste. Kitchen waste and this smelling. Okay? So what we do at Manjahi, this waste, okay, we correct it. We don't throw it anywhere. You see our compound doesn't have all that kind of thing?
Yes.
Then we come here and we feed it to the worms. Here we have earthworms. We have what? Higher. What is this? What is this? No, I don't mind. No, let me bring you there. Let me bring you there. I don't mind because there are many. Just one. Okay. Can we all be attentive? We are attentive. Eh? Just pick one. One only. One only. One. One. Only one. Only one. Only one. Okay? Okay, fine. It's okay. It's okay. Now you have seen, eh? So what we do, okay, here we are. Can we all get back here now? The other worms. Number one. Yeah, you can write that somewhere. Number one. They are living. They are living what? Yes. They are living things. They eat. They grow. They reproduce. Okay? And they also produce their body waste. Do you understand? They are living. What do they eat? Here we give them kitchen waste. And then out of that we are making manure. Okay? The manure we make, let me, who is this? Who is there? Who is there? When they eat, when they do what? They produce this kind of waste. This is waste. To them, this is the waste they make. They teach us. This is what they produce. Indian mafia earthworms. And we use it as manure. This is very good manure. Do you understand? So these are living things that eat, they grow, they reproduce, they can also produce waste. Do you understand? They produce waste. Okay? So the waste they produce to us is manure. And then I want somebody like this guy here next to me can smell it. Smelling?